We're live! Yay! Nobody's here. It's okay. Okay. We will wait until people arrive, if anybody arrives. Don't know. Maybe it's going to be an empty class today. Question is, if that happens, oh, we have a person. Welcome, person. I can't see who you are, but welcome. Switching things up today. No Mozart. We have Beethoven. I know I was thinking about Vivaldi, but I went with Beethoven. This is the Happy Beethoven playlist, so we'll see. I don't think Beethoven was a very happy person, but he does have some happy music. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything you need to know about today. You need the usual pair of medium weight hand weights. They can be kettlebells, they can be dumbbells, they can be household objects, but we're still working with like the heavier weight, lower rep realm. That being said, if you do not have that equipment at home, then we'll adjust. Just use body weight. You can use lighter weights. That's fine. We'll make it happen. Also, if you have any like extraneous materials like resistance bands for your legs, we're going to do some glute bridges. And if you want to make them extra challenging, you can use your resistance bands on the legs. But if not, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Still get a good workout in. All right, let's get warmed up. Make sure everything is, I don't know why I was saying that in a Southern accent. Make sure everything is centered here. Okay, let's do it. You know the drill. 10 big arm circles back. 10 big arm circles forward. I'm going to tell a nice little warm-up story here as we go through this. So last week, obviously, I wasn't doing class because I had a dentist appointment. Now, this is embarrassing, but to be honest, it was the first dentist appointment I'd had in like probably 4 years. Because when I was at the gym, I didn't have dental insurance. And now I do. So I went back. And the great news is that my teeth are good. But I did have to get one filling redone because it was really old. So I went back on Friday to get the filling redone and discovered Friday night that in the process of redoing the filling, they had fused my back two molars together. So that means I have to go back again and get them to unfuse my back two molars. Fun stuff, folks. I genuinely don't mind a dentist, but anyway, nice wide stance. Sorry, nobody needs to know that story. Reaching down to the ground. If you can't reach the ground, you can have a book or a yoga block or some kind of buffer to lean on. And then we're just rotating up to the ceiling, alternating sides. Ooh. Still a little bit sore from my Monday workout. Oof. Going for 5 on each side. And maintaining that wide stance, we're going to do our side lunge stretch. So coming down, weight back over the heel. As always, I feel like I say this all the time, but if there's ever any new people, which I don't think there is, you're only going as low as feels comfortable for you. Basically, as I say, I'm giving you the tools for the workout, but the workout is ultimately yours to build. So anything that feels uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. We can modify. That's fine. So anyway, just coming down as low as feels comfortable. I am super, super tight from my Monday workout on my inner thighs here, my groin. So I'm getting a little bit lower to try to really stretch into that. Going for 5 on each side. All right. Legs coming together. Let's do a little hamstring stretch. Crossing one leg in front of the other. Reaching for the ground. You don't have to touch the ground. You're just aiming in that general direction. Feeling a stretch along the back of the back leg. Probably a little bit in the calf too. And then getting the other side. Same thing. Leg crosses over, reaching for the floor, or your toes, or your shin, or wherever you can reach. Let the dulcet tones of Beethoven wash over you in your stretch. And then come on up to standing. And let's get some leg swings in. So always the option to hold on to something for balance if you need to, or not. Either way. We're going for 10 leg swings on each side, just letting the leg go. And then other side. Ooh. We have vocals. Oh, it's Ode to Joy. Of course. Of course. Okay. Alrighty, let's get into it, shall we? Starting with the core, as always. As per usual, I got the timer. If you want to time along with me, you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to time at home so that you're not held to the same structure that I'm on, that's totally fine. Generally, we're doing 30 seconds per set, 3 sets. But if you need longer rest breaks in between, I usually take 30-second rest breaks in between as well. Then you can time for yourselves. We're going to start with a plank with a little knee tuck, sort of like a slow motion mountain climber. While I have this oratorio in the background here. Okay. Option to just hold the plank. Option to also hold the plank on your knees. So regardless, your hands are going to be under your shoulders. If you're on your knees, you're bringing your hips forward and tucking through the pelvis so that your body's on a diagonal and you're hanging out here. Holding on the toes, same thing, but just lifting up onto the toes. If you're following along with me, we're adding a little knee tuck forward under the body. And that's it. That's the exercise. So pick which level feels superb for you. And let us continue, shall we? Going for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Whoop. No, just kidding. 3, 2, 1, and lift up. Try not to let the head drop down, keeping the neck nice and lined up with the spine. We're halfway through. Five more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and take a break. 30 seconds to rest for me. However long you want for you. Time along with me if 30 seconds is your jam. We have 20 seconds of rest time left. All right, 10 more seconds. Getting ready in 3, 2, 1. There's halfway. Last 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. And relax. We have one more of those. And then we're moving on to core exercise number 2. Nombre 2. Número 2. Practicing my other languages here. No, I'm kidding. I don't know any other languages. 10 more seconds of rest if you're following along on the 30-second rest timeline. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. halfway. Last 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, before we move on to our next core exercise, I'm opening my window because I'm already sweating and I need to cool it down. Okay, I'm also going to turn up the Beethoven because Beethoven's a little quiet right now, which I never thought I would say because Beethoven is usually not quiet. Okay, our second exercise is going to be sit-ups. Now, you have the option, if that is your jam, to anchor your feet. So if you want to anchor your feet, if you have like a couch, bed, book, shelf, something like that, where you can anchor your feet underneath and then do your sit-ups from there, that'll make it a little bit easier. Easier is okay, okay? Easier does not mean bad. Otherwise, we're doing just a regular sit-ups from the floor. I'm gonna add a weight. I'm gonna hold a weight in front of my chest as I do these sit-ups. Again, personal choice. This is your workout. If you wanna hold a weight, hold a weight. If you don't have to. Just the choice that I am making for myself. Same thing though, 30-second sets, 3 sets. I'm taking 30 seconds of rest between each set. All right, let's go for round 1. Sorry, I guess the bottoms of my feet aren't that dirty. Okay, round 1 and 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep breathing. Try to exhale as you crunch up, or sit up rather. We have 10 seconds left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Excellent. 30 seconds of rest. Again, you can take the time that you need. It's so dingy out today. I feel like my apartment just looks so dim and gray. I promise it's actually, when you're in here, it's cozier. It doesn't look like a sickly color that it's showing up as. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and round 2. Ten more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Last 30 seconds of rest, and then we're going into our final round of core. And then, my darlings, we are moving into the rest of the workout. Starting with some gluteus maximus, some gluteus medius, some gluteus minimus. They're all going to be working together like one big happy family. Last 5 seconds of rest, and 3, 2, 1, and last round. The fresh air feels amazing. Ten more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, finito. Beautiful, lovely, magical. Moving on. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Water breaks don't have to happen during breaks. Anytime you feel the need for some sweet, sweet hydration, please grab some water. Okay, so first exercise for the lower body, we're doing some glute bridges. So resistance band, if you have it, it is not required. if you have it, it can be either a rubber one or a fabric one, doesn't matter, as long as it's a full, you see a full loop. If it's just like one straight line, it's going to be a little bit hard to, well, I guess you could tie it. Anyway, too complicated. Loop is best for glute work. And there's nothing really different about this. We've done glute bridges hundreds of times. Literally, I mean that literally. We've done hundreds of reps of these. Probably close to thousands at this point, if you count all of the reps that we do. So feet are about hip width apart. If you're using a band, think about pressing out against the band, not actively so that your knees go out, but just resisting the band from bringing your knees together. And then hands flat on the ground, so palms are flat on the ground, and shoulder blades back under you and engaged. And then you're just lifting and squeezing the glutes, squeeze them, back down, lift and squeeze, back down. We're going for 3 sets of 12 reps. If 12 doesn't feel like enough, do more, but don't do more than 20. Okay? Okay. If 12 feels like too much, do fewer, but don't do fewer than 6. Okay? All right, first round when you're ready. Counting for yourselves at home because I don't want you to have to follow my pace. Might be too slow or too fast, doesn't matter. Count for yourselves and go. And when you get to your 12, take a little breather. I'm taking 30 seconds between these two before we go into the next set. I'm just going to hang out here on the ground because it is comfortable. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's been kind of a weird week for me, at least. A little strange, but could be worse. I got attacked by a dog on Sunday. Had the weird dental issue. It's been interesting. Anyway, round 2. In 3, 2, 1, and go. It's not going to make me stop loving dogs, though. It's always the owner's fault. I never blame the dog. Although that's the first time I've actually been bitten by a dog. And when you get to 12, take another break. Got one more set. I'm actually curious if anybody else experiences this, because this is another thing that was happening. When I eat too much sugar all at once, I get really, really bad heart palpitations. Like my heart starts skipping beats a lot. And apparently that's not abnormal. And it can happen with like caffeine and alcohol and stuff like that too. But I don't drink caffeine and I don't drink alcohol that much. So it's really just sugar for me. Does anybody else experience that? Like weird skipped heartbeats? It's a very strange feeling. Anyway, last round when you're ready. All right, if you're using a band, the band can come off. Also, for the folks who feel okay about putting a little bit of money, and I do mean a little bit of money because they're inexpensive, into workout equipment, if you're continuing to work out at home, even if you're at a gym, gyms generally don't have the little bands available for public use unless you're working with a trainer or unless you're at like a private studio. I would recommend investing in a set of leg bands They're called booty bands, but whatever. Just like the full circle ones, rubber or fabric. The fabric ones last longer. But you know, they all have their uses. It's like $30 for a complete set, 30 or less. And they're so good for stabilization work and like physical therapy type work, which I recommend that everybody should be doing. Anyway, just my recommendation. If you're going to invest in anything, that would be the main thing I would recommend. Okay, we're going into some squats. You're going to want your weights for these. I'm going to be using my dumbbells held up under the chin, like so, kind of right at the collarbone area. And then feet can be as wide or as narrow as is comfortable. I generally take a wider stance because that's better for me. Again, in general, you want your feet pointing fairly straight ahead. If you have knee problems or if it just bothers your knees in general, you can have a slight turnout in the toes, and that'll help with any kind of knee issues. And then just trying to keep the chest nice and open as we squat down. Now, again, as I always say, squat depth is irrelevant. If you squat an inch, if you squat with your butt to the ground, everything is valid. It depends on how you feel and what your body is capable of. So work within your comfort level. I don't mean don't challenge yourself. I mean don't hurt yourself, please. We're doing 3 sets of 12. Let's do it. That's it. That's all I got. Round 1, when you're ready, counting for yourselves. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. Listen to Beethoven getting all perky and happy. I always wonder, because I'm a musician and I do write songs. I mean, I'm not like freaking Beethoven, but I wonder, like, was he actually happy when he wrote his happier sounding music? Because in my experience, it's really hard to write happy music when you're like angry or sad or anything but happy. And he just seemed like such a tortured soul all the time. Maybe it's just the hair. But yeah, like, did he have genuine moments of like joy to write a whole ode to joy? Or was he just like, I'm so good that I can write happy music even when I feel like crap? I don't know. All right, I'm only taking, 30-second rests in between these as well. So I'm going into my second round. And when you get to 12, take a break. We got one more set. And then we're moving into some split squats. It's been a little while, I think, since we've done split squats. Just a wee bit of time. Whew. It's getting the old heart rate up. Okay. One more set. Whenever you're ready, let's do this thing. All right, take a little breather. Oh, the other fun experience I had this week was riding the bus for the first time since pre-COVID. I'm back at the studio a couple of times a week now, and I took the bus home yesterday. Oh my goodness. So masks are still required, thank Jesus, but distancing is not. So like fully packed, standing room only. Just holding on to the handlebars felt so disgusting. And then when I finally got a seat, the lady next to me started sneezing. I was like, are you kidding me? What is this? Anyway, it was very triggering. So yeah, recommend proceeding with caution if you're diving back out into the world and you've been as paranoid as I have been. All right, split squats. We've done these before too. One leg forward, one leg back, or just dropping down and coming up, kind of like a static lunge, keeping most of the work in the front leg, so try not to lean back into that back leg, but on the opposite side of that, you don't want to be pitching forward over the front. So nice and balanced. And then the weights are just hanging down at the sides. We're going to do 10 on one side, and we're going to switch and do 10 on the other. Sound good? Good. Let's do it. Round one. Make sure that your back knee does not touch the floor. Lost my balance a little bit. Almost there. And again, if you're doing these body weight and 10 on each side doesn't feel like enough, go for 12, 15, 20 maximum. You can increase things as you see fit. All right, I'm taking 30 seconds and then going into round two. I'm really trying to stick to my rest breaks here to keep class timely. I know not everybody has an hour to spare. Also, I'm curious because I'm assuming that with things reopening, Beethoven, pipe down a little bit. With things reopening, I'm guessing that a lot of people are going to be trickling back to the office. If there is a better time to do these workouts, I don't have a ton of flexibility because I'm already pretty booked up with clients, but if 10 o'clock becomes impossible for the people who come regularly, I might either stop doing the live streams and just start doing uploads that people can do whenever they want, or look at switching the live stream to a different time, depending on what works for people. So I think most of my views, my thousands of views, no, like the 8 views that I get generally happen after the fact rather than during the stream. So I feel like an upload wouldn't be that unreasonable. All right, got one set left. 30 seconds to rest. And then we've got some lunges, and then the legs are done. We've got 4 legs, 4 arms today, or rather 4 lower, 4 upper, which is why I'm trying to keep myself on a schedule here in terms of time. Want to make sure that it's not like an hour and a half long. Okay, last round. We got this. Ooh, this violin is just going ham. Oh, that trill though. Oh, listen to that. That's a long ass trill. Still going. Oh, no, there it goes. Oh, that heart rate is climbing. There we go. Okay, so take a break. Hang on to one weight. We're gonna do a pass under lunge, which is again something we've done before. I'm gonna take a moment here. Let my heart rate come down a little. Excuse me. I had to stuff myself with a snack 2 seconds before I started the live stream. So I was so hungry and I had a client right up till 10. So I apologize if I'm burping. The snack is making itself known. Okay. Pass under lunge. We've done these. It's been maybe a little while. So whatever side you're holding the weight on is the side that is stepping back, and we're alternating sides. So the weight is always going to be switching from one side to the other. So if I'm starting on the left, weight passes from left to right, stays on the right. Right leg comes back, weight passes back to left. And then we're just continuing that trend. And we're going for 10 on each side. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be maybe the most exciting lunges that you do today. Okay, let's do it. Round one. Come on, Beethoven, what do you got for us? We'll turn it up a little bit again. Little light piano music. My speaker's dying. We'll see. Okay. Round one. Either side can start. Makes no difference to me. When you're ready. Try not to tip forward when you pass the weight under. Again, keeping that upper body nice and balanced over the legs. When you get to 10 on each side, so 20 lunges total, take a break. Once again, I'm going for 30 seconds. See how that feels. I'm sweating up a storm here. It's been very humid. Things get very sticky very fast. It's a very strange sensation to have it only be like 60 degrees, like it's not even that warm, and to still just get like drenched in sweat when you go outside because of the humidity. It's just muggy. Okay, round two when you're ready. And when you get to 10 on each side, break. We've got one more set. Almost there, folks. Legs are almost done. I don't know about you. I'm not actually feeling this that much in my legs. It's more just like a heart rate sweat situation. Heart rate's high. Sweat is dripping. Actually, where is my heart rate? 130. It's on the higher side for me. Okay, going into our last set, and then we've got push-ups. Yay. All right, last one when you're ready. All right. Yeehaw. Take a break, grab some water, get those arms excited for some push-ups, dude. Sticking with 3 sets of 12. That's basically the trend for most of today's workout. 3 sets of 12, push-up format. You're gonna get so sick of me hearing, oh my gosh, I can't talk. You must get so sick of me saying this, but you can do these on the wall. You can do these against the countertop. You can do these against the couch from your knees or on your toes. You can do these from your knees. You can do these from your toes. Same general rules apply. I take that back. I don't like the word. I can't speak. What is wrong? I don't like the word rules. There's no rule about how to do these. The general guidelines of preferred form, we'll say that, are that your elbows should be heading back at like a 45-ish degree angle. You don't really want them coming out horizontally. It's a very awkward angle for the shoulders. Turning the wrists in like that, it messes with your joints, trust me. So keeping the fingers pointing straight ahead and then elbows are going kind of between straight back and straight out. The other component is to keep your core engaged. So try not to let your lower back get all archy. You want to tuck that pelvis under like a pooping dog, and then your core will engage and your glutes will engage, and that will protect your lower back as you're doing your push-ups. Again, I say this is regardless of what level you're at. Think about these things anywhere from the wall to the floor. It's all applicable. Okay. Oh, the last one is if you're on, sorry, I've got to stretch my back. If you're on the floor, like your planks, don't let your head drop. Try to keep that neck in line with the spine to keep it supported. Okay, are we ready for round 1? Let's do it. First 12, here we go. And when you're done with your 12, take a break. I'm going to take 40 seconds in between these because, as we all know, push-ups are not my strong suit, which sounds silly to say when I'm clearly able to do 3 sets of 12 push-ups. But what I mean is that it took me a very long time to get here, and I have to work really hard to maintain it. So they don't come naturally to me, I should say. I'm more pole-oriented. And everybody's different. Genetics. Okay. Going for round 2, if you're ready. Let's do it. Woo. Second 12 in the bag. One more set. And also, another thing I realized, I'm a big clothing adjuster. Does anybody do that when they're working out? And it's just like after every set of doing something, you have to like reset your sports bra, reset your shirt, pull up your pants, get everything settled back, and then as soon as you do another set, it all goes funky again. Just me? It's chronic, and I feel like I don't notice that I'm doing it, and then when I go to edit videos, I'm like, Eliza, can you please stop pulling up your pants? It's a problem. Okay, last round. Let's go for it. Here we go. Oh, yes. Last one hard. Okay. We did it, folks. Moving on. In just a second. After I take this drink of water. Okay. That open window is no longer helping. Okay. Doing some work for the back. Going for a bent over row. I'm going to be using my kettlebells for these, but again, that's just because I have them. Whatever you have is fine, as long as you have a weight in each hand. Now, that being said, if you happen to have like a barbell, like a straight bar at home, not sure who does, but if you happen to, you can use that for this too, and you're just doing a forward grip on the bar and rowing up versus grabbing the dumbbells together and pulling up. Same thing. So we're doing a bent over row. Our posture, door behind you, shut it with your butt, back stays nice and flat. So these are relaxed. You don't want them bent, but they shouldn't be locked back. So nice and relaxed, shoulder blades engaged, weights in front, and then you're pulling up and back, keeping the elbows at 90. So try not to pull up at a sharp angle, because can you see what this is doing to my shoulder? It's putting the work all in like my shoulder, neck, upper trap, which is where we carry a lot of tension. Don't need to add tension there. So pull back at 90, your neck stays nice and relaxed, your upper trap stays relaxed, and the work goes into your lats and your posture muscles on the, or not on the, between the shoulder blades, okay? So that's why it's important to not scrunch your shoulders around your ears when you're doing things. Okay, 3 sets of 12. Sound good? Let's do it. And the elbows are staying in pretty close to the sides. So I'll do the first set from the front so you can see the arm position there too. But let's go for 12. See, there's like a little bit of a gap, but they're not going out to the sides, okay? Oh, I played this song. I lost count because I was listening to Beethoven. That feels like 12. But see, this is why I tell you to count for yourselves at home. I cannot be trusted. You should know that by now. Maybe I shouldn't play music during now. I have to have music during workouts. It's very odd to me when people are able to work out in silence. Unless it's like meditative, I don't know. I like the musical background. Okay. Taking 30 seconds on these as well. Moving right along. Going into round 2 if you're ready. If not, take whatever time you need. Try not to yank the weights up. So muscle control all the way up, all the way down. Don't yank them and then don't drop them abruptly. It should be a nice, slow, controlled movement. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. And when you get to 12, take another break. We got one more set. And then moving on to some shoulders. How are we doing on time? Well, we're cutting it close. Do we care? No. We're just going to keep going. Just keep it going. You can sign off if you have somewhere to be after the initial hour, obviously. But if you can stay, please stay. Don't leave me. Okay. Last set. Was that convincing? Missed my calling as a dramatic actress. Okay. Last one. Keep your core engaged. Don't let that core go. And when you get to 12, by golly, you're done with those. Take a breather, grab some water, shake those arms out. Going for an overhead press next. So, again, whatever weights you have, holding at 90 degrees, slightly inside of the shoulders. Can you see where my elbows are? So you don't want to start back here. Engage the core slightly forward, and then we're pressing up so that you're going in line with the ears. 3 sets of 12. Depending on how heavy these weights are going to feel right now, I might do 10, but I'm going to aim for 12 because, you know, gotta keep the goals lofty. Lofty goals are great. Love a good lofty goal. Okay. Round 1. When you're ready, again, knees nice and relaxed, core engaged, glutes engaged. Loosen up that neck if you need to. Let's go. Try not to let the shoulders tense up around the ears. Is totally fine. Totally fine. It's funny how after all these years of training and working out, still have the power to underestimate myself. Never goes away. Never goes away. Don't underestimate yourself, folks. Know your own strength. Okay, round 2 when you're ready. Let's do it. Ooh, it's getting harder though. Getting harder. One more round. Hee hee hee. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, after shoulders, we have biceps, and then I swear, cross my heart, that you're done. Just one more round of these. 3 rounds of bicep curls. Done. That's it. Boom. Out of here. Whoops. Oh my goodness, this stopwatch. That's rather irritating sometimes. Okay, last one. Here we go. Almost there. Ooh, those started catching up at the end. Oh my goodness. Okay, so taking a little rest. Bicep curls are last 3 sets of 12. Making this easy to remember. Such a simple exercise, so straightforward. You can do this sitting down if you want, standing up, kneeling, whatever you want, just not lying down because that would be really hard / impossible. Knees stay relaxed if you're standing, again, keeping the core and the glutes engaged. You also want to keep your shoulder blades engaged, so when you're doing your bicep curls, sometimes I'll see the shoulders way forward like this and then curling here, shoulders back, curling at the sides, okay? And again, thinking like we did on the rows, you're controlling the movement up and controlling the movement down. So it's not like a wee, it's not this, it's nice and steady. You can go slower than that. All right, 3 sets of 12. Let's do it. First round. Shoulder blades engaged. Elbows are staying tight into the sides. Core is engaged, that will help, I promise. And when you get to 12, take a break. Beautiful. Nicely done. I can't see you, but I know you're doing a great job. I feel it in my heart. 2 more rounds of that. And then, my darlings, you are free to go about the rest of your day. 10 more seconds or so of rest before we go into round 2. Whew. I am basically right on time. I keep forgetting that we're starting at 5 after because of my till 10 client. We're great. We're great on time. Gonna hit it pretty much right at an hour. Okay, round 2, and go. Ooh, there was applause on that one. And when you get to 12, rest yourselves. And we have 1 more set. Again, I'm taking 30 seconds. Shake out your arms a little bit if you need to. That's sweat though. 1 more. 1 more. Got this. Got this. All right, here it is. Last one. Let's go for it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Here we go. That does it. I highly encourage you to cool down at home if you have the time. I'm sorry that I don't ever have the time to cool down with you, but please, if you feel the need, take a moment, foam roll, stretch, whatever feels good. I I know this weekend is supposed to be a cardio upload weekend, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do it this weekend because I'm back at the studio again, as I said, and it's shifted around my schedule. So it's probably going to be next weekend that I upload new cardio, once I've kind of wrapped my head around commute time and all that stuff. Because believe it or not, those videos take a really long time to record and edit and upload and all that. So there will be a gap, but I promise I will upload another one soon. That being said, please take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Don't drink too much water, but drink plenty of water. Eat something nice and balanced. Get some fats, get some fiber, get some protein in you. And that's it. Be safe out there. I will see you next time. Bye.